Yeah. So before, we would get paid more for the business and not so much for customers. And a lot of people are customer gatherers. They like to help people with their health and share about the products with people. And they would not really get compensated very well for that. So now they've changed things where it's more spread out. And now you can do quite well with customers as well as the business part. So I have the company has a little PowerPoint. Would you like me just to kind of show you a couple highlights to get you a little familiar with it? Would that be okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So let me see if I can find it here for you guys. All right. So if I can get this thing out of the way, that would be nice. All right. All right. Can you see the screen okay?
Yeah.
Okay. So they now have a different price. Um, they have a retail price and they have a subscription price and then they have a for customers and then they have a consultant price. So as you can see here, there's no discount for the retail. The customer subscription is going to get 10% off. And then the consultant, which we all are, they call us consultants now instead of distributors, we get like a 20% discount. And then they have this really nice program. So it's a personal sales bonus. I should say it's a bonus rather than a program. But when your customer sales volume, now this does not include your personal order, but when it is 500 to 999, I know this is kind of small. Can you see that?
Yeah. I can see
So
it.
at the beginning of the month, when the subscription runs, it goes the 5th, the 10th, the 15th, the 20th, and the 25th. That's when our customers' orders go out. Um, the day that any of our customer orders go out, that LifeVantage is going to send you, that part of your bonus, which is going to be 10%. So in the beginning, so when our customers' orders go out, we get 10%. You'll see that coming through your hyper wallet. And then at the end of the month, which we will get paid for this bonus on the 15th of the month when we get, the rest of our income. And so if your customers, if their orders total to 500 or up to 999, you're going to get 5% extra back at the end of the month. And they have a recognition title of these different gems. That one's the onyx. And then if you have 1,000 to 1,999, you're going to get an extra 10% at the end of the month, and you're considered an emerald. And then 2,000 to 3,999, you're going to get 15% at the end of the month, or your sapphire. And then 4,000 and over, it's an extra 20%, which is considered diamond. So really, when you have up to the 4,000, you are earning about 30% on all your customer orders. So it's a good way to. So basically, you can earn money without even having consultants. Um, just by having customers, you can earn money. When you get up to that diamond level, you're going to be earning 30%. So you can, it's pretty much unlimited, how much you can earn there. So I think that's a real nice addition. And now um, there's a much more of a focus. It's not just business focus. It's also very product focused. And I really love that because it's really what got me interested in LifeVantage was Protandem, and our products. That's why I joined LifeVantage. That's why I had any interest. So I love the focus of being more balanced and being a lot on customers now. So most people are really working now to get customers, and so there's a lot of education available. I just was messaging earlier today with Dr. Viglione, and I don't have a date figured out yet, but she's going to be doing a Zoom presentation for us soon, and then we can invite people on there. And she's always very, very good. So it's just, and Jackie does things for us too. She does her Wellness Wednesday mornings, which would be 10 Central and 11 Eastern. And gee, what would that be your time, Karen? You're
Uh,
Pacific, right?
well, yeah, Pacific. So 3 hours
It would probably be like
earlier.
8 o'clock in the morning or something.
That's
Yeah,
early.
I think 8 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, it's not that early. But anyway, that's when Jackie's are, but they're always recorded too, so you can always get a copy of the recording. But so, there you can see, there's a different price now for customers and consultants. And subscription customers, they definitely get a better price. The other thing about subscription customers that I want to share is that they have this new program for customers to help with the prices. Now, there's also enroller and mentor bonuses. I'm not going to go into that because that's for when we enroll a new consultant, and I can explain that to you at any time, or you can even check this out for that. But I don't have time to go over everything. But the one thing I do want to say is that when a customer enrolls and they are on a subscription order, that's how they're going to get their best price. They have this great program, which you probably got an email about, but whether or not you saw the email, if you're like me, I have so many emails that come into my email box, it's easy to, overlook one. But so if somebody has been a customer before March 1st, they're grandfathered into what is called the Inside Circle. So every time when they spend up to $200, they're going to get a reward, a $20 reward. So it doesn't have to be like one order, it's cumulative. So say, even if they just get one bottle of NRF2, like in several months, they're going to have spent $200, and then they're going to get a $20 reward that they can apply to their next order. So, and the people that were on subscription before March 1st also got a $10 one to use in March. So, but what you have to do is you have to go into your account, and there's, when you go to check out, it's going to show you, what rewards are available to use. There's also a little button on your account, and you can click it on to use any rewards that are available if you want to do it that way. So, and if people don't like to use the internet or go into their account, they can always call customer service, and customer service can apply those rewards for them. But if they go off subscription, they're going to have to be starting over, because how it works is, for a new customer, when they get up to the $200, have spent $200, they're going to get $10 reward. And then after they spend $1,000 in total, they're going to start getting the $20 rewards every $200. So that's how it is for new customers. But the ones that have been on subscription before March 1st, they're already on the Inside Circle, so they're going to be getting $20 instead of 10 every $200 they spend. I hope that's not too complicated. I know it's a little bit, but hopefully you were able to follow it. Or any questions about that, please ask away.
So it's once they have a subscription, though, once they get to the $200, then that's when they get the $20 reward.
Yes.
If they've had the subscription prior March 1, though, right?
Yeah, and if they're a new customer, then they get $10 rewards for every $200, and then after they've spent a total of $1,000, they go to the Inside Circle, and then they start getting the $20 every $200. The same as the people that were on subscription before March 1st.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's how it works. So it's a great program for customers because it is a savings for them. and we all need to save money these days, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Any other questions about the customer program? Or anything I've shared so far?
I might,
Okay,
I might have some more questions after I study this a little closer.
sure. Just let me know or let Bev know. Okay, so there's some other things here. There's a lot of things to this. They've changed the names. You know how we used to have Pro 1 to Pro 10?
Mm-hmm.
Well, now it's consultants is the name. So let's see, somewhere on here, there's a thing that kind of shows. Here's a chart that shows you, and this is available in our on our website, but this PowerPoint that I'm using. But here you see the different ranks. This is the old organizational volume, and over here on the right is the new organizational volume. Most of it's the same, but there are some slight variations. And then here's the new names. So like a Pro 1 is a consultant 3, a Pro 4 is a managing consultant 1. It's just different names.
Mm-hmm.
So that's that. And then this whole new program, this whole new Evolve program is going to be transitioned in. So it's actually going to be transitioned from, it started in March and through August, we're in like a transition phase with it. And then it'll be fully, in place by September. So one of the things that has changed is before, if we had, as a consultant, if we had 100 or two, if you were Pro 3 or under, you could have $100 personal order, or not $100, but 100 PV personal order, and that would qualify you to get paid. And that could be your own customers, and you only had to have like a 40 PV personal order. That has changed. So the FTCC, Federal Trade Commission, they're the ones that regulate this type of company. And so one of their things is always that, this is a business. And so they don't just want, they want people actually doing some business. They don't want people just ordering, they don't want the company to just be consultants ordering products and not ever enrolling customers or anything. So they've changed this a little bit. So the new plan, you can see here, we have, here's the new names at the top, and then here's the old plan, like you see the different ranks. And then the sales volume requirement has changed. Here's the way the new plan works. And this is how it's transitioning from March to May. And then this is this particular part of the Evolve plan is only transition March through May, and then in June it's the new, following the new Evolve regulation. So with the new plan for consultant 1, you have to have 150 personal volume. Now it's not showing here exactly the breakdown of that, but I believe that can be all of your own order if you want, or it can be customers. And then for consultant 2, it goes up to 200, and then a consultant 3, it goes up to 250. And then from senior consultant 1 on up, it's all 300. So how this works now is for the 300, well, let's see. Right now it's 100, and then Pro 5 and up it's 200. But they don't have a requirement anymore that you have to purchase so much yourself, unless there's this one bonus that we have. Bev, are you familiar with that MVP bonus? It's where you have 3 new consultants and they order 200, they have 200 in volume, you get an extra $100 for that. It's for that program, you have to have a 40 PV order. But for just being, these outside of that, you don't have to have a personal order if you don't want one, which is kind of crazy because we all order and use our products, but it's not required. But it is required to have, the amount of volume that it is showing you here. So now, like the Pro 1 level, if you have about 1,000 in volume, you would be this consultant 3, so it will be 250. Now, this isn't given the breakdown right here. Let me see. I have a little handy dandy book that my friend Debbie Packard sent me. She had these made up, but I think the company has some too, but I think on here, okay, yeah, here it is. So for that Pro 1, 150 of that can be your personal order. And then the other 100 has to be personally enrolled customers. For below Pro 1, if your group volume is 500, it's the same thing. 150 can be your personal order, and then 50 of it would have to be customers. So then when you get up to Pro 2, it's 150 can be your order and the rest has to be customers, or it could be all customers. So that's kind of how it works from there on out. No more than 150 of it can be your personal order and the rest has to be customers. So for people that are just collecting paychecks, but they're not sharing and helping other people, they're not going to get paid unless they share and help a few people to get a few customers. So, I think it's fair because that's really why we're consultants. If somebody's not interested in being a consultant, they can always become a customer. So that's kind of how that works. And then they have a maximum volume rule that people that have larger organizations are going to want to pay attention to that. And that is transitioned, how they're playing that out. So Bev, you would want to kind of look at that to, at some point to see how that works out for you. Any questions so far about any of this?
Julie, did you say that this is being like regulated by a commission? That were they watching our company and saying and having
No,
okay.
They're not specific. I mean, it's just
Okay.
It's just an organization that governs
Okay.
different federal regulations. I guess.
Okay. So they didn't tell us we had to do anything.
No.
We're as a mission for our company. Okay.
No, they weren't telling us. I just know
Okay.
that's how they, feel about these companies, is that they feel that, people, they don't want these companies to be just consultants buying products. They want them
So,
to
so
be-
at what point do you think that if people are consultants and somebody in our group is a consultant and they just did it because maybe it was free to sign up that month? Well, actually, some of those people have already fizzled out. But at what point should somebody just decide to just be a customer and then they can earn the rewards, the customer rewards, if they buy product still? So what do you think that would be, a transition?
Well, it's kind of, individual. I would say if they're not earning any income, they could just downgrade to a customer. And if you enroll them, whoever enrolled them as a consultant, then they would be their customer. And then, that would help you to get to the different levels with your customer to get paid more for your customers. So you just kind of have to evaluate each and every circumstance,
Well, okay, maybe you could look at my maybe you could look at my leg with the family sometime, because with the
Yeah,
5 kids, Melody's all the way down the bottom and her husband's under her, but they're not really working it. But
Yeah.
if just one of them was a distributor and the other one wasn't, that would benefit maybe
Yeah,
her more
yeah,
or
and a lot of
something.
people have done that because now you cannot any longer enroll. There can't be two, like a husband and wife, both
Okay,
consult. They've,
okay,
if you already are, they've grandfathered you in, but from here on out, you can enroll your spouse as a customer.
okay.
So, some people are doing that, and then you can even order some of your products on your spouse's account, and then you
Mhm,
get, that counts towards that customer bonus. So
mhm,
some people have done that. Now, if your spouse is earning some money, you wouldn't want to do that.
mhm,
But if not, that's definitely something to look at. Now, customers pay a little bit more, but Chris has said, with the customer reward program, it's close to the same price. And then,
mhm,
yeah, so as long as they stay on subscription,
mhm.
and
Okay.
get those rewards. So it's about
Mhm,
the same price. So yeah, and then if there's people in your organization, Bev, perhaps that somebody enrolled a customer, and maybe whoever enrolled them is no longer active, or even, you know,
mhm,
uh,
mhm,
have an account anymore. You can actually fill out a form, and whoever would be, in line could have them as their, and fill out a form, and it costs $25, but they could be changed to your enrollment.
mhm.
So, yeah. Okay. So, I wanted to share some of these things with you. I hope you found this helpful. Um, so Angelica, you can see here, and Karen, you can see here, just the different amounts that are now required to get paid. And
Yeah, I think I think how they have it wrote up on the screen, I think it's very helpful. It's pretty much self-explanatory, at least to me.
yeah,
And I haven't seen this before, but it makes a lot of sense to me now. It's real helpful.
good,
Mhm.
good. Yep, I think so too. Yeah. And there's also, a price list. For me, I just, I printed it out, the price list. And because it says it's a consultant price list and order form, but it has the customer retail, the customer subscription, and then the consultant price. And then it has the sales volume, or the PV, the personal volume. So it's just kind of handy to have, you know, so that's what I have.
Where is that located within the
Uh,
website?
They have that. Let's see. I'll stop this share. Let me see here if I can find it quickly. Well,
I haven't gotten used to that website yet. It scares me still. I try to play around in it and I'm not
Yeah,
too good in there. It's
are
like,
you talking about the back office?
yes,
Yeah,
yes.
you don't have to go in the back office to get a lot of this information. I actually
Okay.
get it. I actually get it a lot of times from the front office, but my
The
computer,
drop down menu. Okay.
my
Yeah.
computer being a little bit slow right now, but let me see here. Let me see if I can share again. Oh, I'm still sharing. Oh no, I'm just recording. Okay. Um, all right, let me see here. Okay, so this is the front of our website. Looks like this. When you scroll all the way down to the bottom, they have a lot of things down here. Like here, you can read about the Evolve. They have the events, the sales, different sales incentives, that MVP bonus I was talking about. And then resources. Do you see where that is?
Yeah.
Okay, so you click on resources, and there's a lot of things right here. You can look at some compensation things, enrollment packs. But here we go, consultant product price list and order form. So you can click right on that and you can print it off. So there it is.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay,
Yeah, so you can print that right off.
I do have a question, Julie. If,
Okay.
okay, just use Ben and Ange for an example. Okay, so Ben is here, Ange is under here, and she's got a couple customers. If she went back to being a customer, would those customers be Ben's customers also then? Would they just bump right up to the next level like they have been doing?
Well, all the customers now are actually, we can't place customers anymore. They're all.
Right, but the ones that are already there, will they just bump up to be Ben's customers with
I mean-
Angela?
I mean, he would still get, compensated for those customers.
Okay, they won't go somewhere else. They'll stay in that line.
Whoever enrolled them is gonna always get the 10%.
But what if they're not a consultant anymore? I'm just saying a what if, so
I'm talking about customers.
yeah, I'm just trying to understand how it works. If somebody, like if they've just gotten started and Ange only has a couple customers and she turns into a customer, the customers under her, they just become customers under Ben,
Yeah, that's what I would say.
just like they do now, basically.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what I would say.
Okay, okay.
Okay, want to show you guys. Let's see. Let me go back here. Okay, I'm going to share my screen again. Do you want to see the new products that we got?
Mhm.
I don't know if you guys have seen it. Have you seen any of the new products?
I
Yeah.
have.
You
Mhm.
have? Okay.
Yep.
How about you, Angelica? Have you seen some information on the collagen, Angelica? Oh, you're muted again.
I
Well,
haven't seen anything on that yet.
You haven't seen anything on the collagen?
No,
Okay.
Hmm.
Okay. Well, Tyler Daniels, he's one of the top leaders in our company, and when the company first came out with collagen, he was like, well, I don't know. And then he found this science study that shows that, can collagen really turn back the clock? Because that's what they say about Protandim NRF2, that it can turn back the clock. So it was kind of cool just for him to find that study. But our collagen, it's pretty amazing. There are a lot of people that are having some really significant benefits with collagen because they say that 25 to 35% of the protein in our body is collagen. And by the time you're in your late 20s, around 30, your collagen production is really going downhill. So, taking collagen is a pretty big deal. One of my friends, she had neck surgery. She had a lot of pain, and she's like in her 40s, I think. But she still had, after her surgery helped, but she still had pain going down her arm and pain in her neck. And the collagen in just a few days took the pain away from her neck. I know other people that it's really helped, like their knees. One of our friends, Renee Parker, her husband had trouble going up the stairs, and it really made a difference for him. Going up the stairs, he was thinking about a knee replacement because it's so hard to get up and down the stairs. So this is making a big difference. And of course, the thing about this product that's kind of crazy is that there's all these before and after pictures because it does amazing things for your skin, your hair, and your nails. So there's a lot of people that have these before and after pictures. And I'm telling you, those pictures really get people's attention. Because I don't like to do too much to make, to be bothering people on Facebook. But once a week, I will post a picture, a before and after collagen picture. And I am so surprised at, I mean, people are writing to me and saying, what is this? I want to know more about this, or I want this. And so it's kind of nice to have people come to you and say, hey, tell me about your product. So I mean, that's what I've been doing. I've been posting them, and they say on the Facebook stories, if you do use the Facebook stories, that you can even post on there daily. And what everybody does is, if you know the person's in LifeVantage, you can copy their picture and use it on your, copy it, download it, and use it on your Facebook wall. But it really is a phenomenal product. It has 10 fish peptides. So it's hydrolyzed, which makes it a lot more absorbable into the body, a lot more useful. It has something called, let me see here, I forget what's on this. No, this thing doesn't want to move. Just stop to share a minute. It has something called ruby red quinoa in it, and that actually activates our own production of collagen. So again, we're the activation company. Can you see those pictures at all?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so there's just a lot of before and after pictures that are pretty phenomenal. I know these people, a lot of these people. This is Mark Welsh. I don't know if you ever met him, Bev. He's a pastor out in California, a really wonderful man. He's had great results, and he's older. I heard that this was Dr. Nancy Bryan's legs. Before
Really?
after. She's in our company. This is Sean Poe. He's a top leader in our company, and I always, he's always had these big bags under his eyes and stuff, and he's not very old, in my opinion. Now, not very old to me is, when you're in your 40s, you're not very old. But I'm not sure exactly how old he is, but I think he might be in his 40s. But I mean, when you see him now on a Zoom, he looks better than either of these pictures. It's really made a difference for him with his skin. This is Lisa Huey, Mike Huey's wife over here. This is Maria Williams. She's a consultant. So there's just a lot of people having pretty phenomenal results. It is expensive. So they have what's called a healthy glow stack. And that is the Protandim NRF2 and the collagen together in a stack. And that saves people money. But like I said, it has has activation to it, because the ruby red quinoa, activates your body to produce its own collagen, and then it replenishes it and helps your body to maintain, the collagen that you have. So it's pretty phenomenal product. And
I can tag Karen in some of the videos that the doctors did in the beginning. They were wonderful. When it first came out, there was several chiropractors doing talks on it and everything. So
yeah, maybe Angelica would like it too. I don't know.
Well, there's that one Facebook group. You kind of have to be part of it to be able to do it. So
Angelica's on Facebook.
Okay.
Aren't you?
Okay.
You're muted, Angelica, so we can't hear what you're saying.
Sorry.
That's okay.
I do have Facebook. I don't do much with it, but I have ordered some of the collagen before, and I just ordered 10 vials, and just those 10 vials, I could tell a difference.
Oh, wow.
It is very, very good. And it definitely, it works. I haven't bought it because by the time I supply my whole family with supplements and pretend it's like, okay, but I would love to just bathe in it. I mean, it tastes wonderful, and I know it works.
It's really good. Yeah, I know. And the thing about it is, as you get older, you get a little concerned about your connective tissue. And
yes, absolutely.
help build your connective tissue. But I like
Yeah.
this slide here because it's basically, instead of taking a lot of things, our products activate. But have you seen these new products? Have you seen these, Angelica and Karen?
Yes, I've seen them.
Okay, it's a AM Rise and a Reset PM and then a vitamin D3 plus. And so these are really interesting. Um, these two work with your circadian rhythm. And so they're saying that there's certain micronutrients that are better to be taken in the morning. And then there's other ones at night. And these things coincide with your body's natural circadian rhythm. So they have, micronutrients in there that we all need. And the other interesting thing about it is that they did a study that when you use it with a Protandim, they have one with the NRF2, one with the dual synergizer, one with the tri synergizer. These products actually support and enhance the Protandim. And I thought that was very interesting. And they have
When did these come out?
these came out at I'm trying to remember.
Was it January?
Around there.
Okay.
I don't have the exact date. But yeah, I think it's real cool how they support the Protandim, and they have stacks where you can get a stack with these and NRF2, or these and the dual synergizer, or these and the tri synergizer. And to save people money today, since everything's so pricey anymore in this world, I really look for stacks because stacks save people money. They're all discounted. So when you get these two with whatever Protandim set you're taking, you're getting a discount, which is nice. I'm very thankful for the stacks. And when people take just the Protandim NRF2, I have them buy the 3-pack, and on the subscription, the subscription can be set up for running monthly, running every other month, or running every 3 months. So if they get the 3-pack, and if that's the only thing they want to take is Protandim NRF2, they get the 3-pack. You can set it up that they get it once every 3 months, or they can set it up themselves that way. And that way they save, like, I think it's $10 a bottle. It's quite a bit. About $10.
Julie,
Yes.
Julie, I know this is a hard question to answer in black and white, but so far from what you've learned and what you've heard from all the leaders and the doctors and the science people, is our collagen probably the best in the world right now?
Well, it probably is. I mean, because it's the only one, as far as I know, that has that ruby red quinoa and activates your own collagen. And yeah, it has a lot of different kinds of types of collagen, and those 10 fish peptides. It probably is, but I mean,
Okay, you haven't heard any of them. Some of them know everything that's out there, but there's so much stuff out there. I mean, I tell people, I said, I can't learn about everything else out there, but I learn about our products, and I trust what we have.
Right. And the other thing about our company, I am super impressed with the quality control and how they test for everything. I mean, like, they test for, all kinds of stuff. I've had people ask me, okay, well, like with the R Omega, even though R Omega comes from, fish that was, it's cold water fish from Alaska that was sustainably caught, and they can even track it to the boat where it was caught and all that. And it's really high quality. They still test it for everything. They test it for mercury and heavy metals and all kinds of stuff. So they have rigorous testing. We have that good manufacturing practice seal. We have another science NSF seal. So, I mean, it is really good in that way. I mean, it's probably, and I mean, some would say that all the testing they do is better than like 100% organic, because organic, I mean, I buy as much organic stuff as I can. I try to buy things on the Dirty Dozen list that, organic, because they're sprayed. But then I also
Mhm.
look where things come from now, because they say, like, you can get organic blueberries. Somebody told me this. Now, it's hard to document it, but they said when you get these blueberries, yeah, they were grown organic, but they put them on some truck or something, and then they spray them on the truck to keep them from, spoiling before they get them to you. I don't know if that's true or not, but I've heard it more than once. So I try to, be mindful where I get my blueberries. Like, I will, instead of buying organic, I might buy blueberries from Canada, instead of Mexico. I don't know. It's hard to know. But do
Well,
you actually,
somebody had told me that recently organic isn't really 100% organic. I'm not talking about our products. I'm just talking about food and
yeah,
other things that the companies it's very easy for them to get certified to say that it's organic. It's just a piece of paper. And that they said that most of the foods that say they're organic are really not organic. One time I was down at our farmers market and they had the sign said organic apples, and I was talking to the guy about that, the farmer, and I said, these apples look so perfect. I said, do you guys spray them, or how do they get like this? And he said, all fruits are really not 100% organic. He said they still have to spray them. Otherwise, they'll get full of worms and have all kinds of spots and what all on them. And that really surprised me, but yet they sell it as organic.
well, this is the way I would look at that is, one, I don't think it's very easy to get to where your land that you grow the food on is 100% organic, because it has to go
Right.
a lot of different, tests, and has to be so many years. And I don't know what all the regulations are, but there's a lot of regulations. But people that do grow organic food, like apples, there are certain sprays that are approved for, for people that are growing organic food to use. So, I mean, it's not that they're not sprayed at all, but apples are one thing that I would not buy unless they're organic, because
Right.
they're one of the things on the Dirty Dozen list, and berries are too, strawberries and different things. So I try to go by that Dirty Dozen list, and I think a lot of times the best thing is if whatever we can grow ourselves. And sometimes what you buy at a farmer's market or local grown food is probably, pretty good if you know the person and what they're doing.
Yeah.
Some things I'm more conscientious about, like corn. I'm pretty picky about corn, because a lot of corn has been sprayed. I grew up on a farm, so I kind of know a little bit about how they grow corn and different things. And I mean, corn is, they put, it's the GMO, it's pesticides and a lot of, chemicals and stuff. So if I'm going to eat corn, it has to be organic and non-GMO, if I'm going to eat corn. That's just where I'm at with it. But here's another really great product. I don't know if you've seen this, vitamin D3 plus, but
Yeah.
I mean, in my opinion, everybody needs to be on vitamin D3, because it's hard to get vitamin D3 in our bodies.
Mhm.
Now, where you live, Angelica, you probably have quite a bit of sun. Do you?
We do, but number one, most people wear sunscreen, and number two, if we are on just regular water, there is fluoride in it, and just halogen chlorine, which both of those are halogens which deplete vitamin D in the body. So just being out in the sun just doesn't do it, and it just
Yeah,
doesn't do it anymore.
I know. And they say that if you are getting it from the sun, you have to have like 40% of your body exposed,
Most,
like
yeah.
at high noon, for like 15, 20 minutes. And I mean, it's so difficult, because you know, you have to protect your skin too, you know?
Right.
So Angelica, would you, I would love for you to do a teaching for us sometime. I know you're probably too busy for that, but I would love for you to do a teaching sometime. Would you consider it?
I'll think about it. I'll think
Yeah.
about it.
I know you're super knowledgeable. I mean, if you would even want to teach about vitamin D3 and, you know, then we could share about our product that we have. I mean, I mean, you know, it's the one thing that I can, from what I understand about COVID, it's the one thing that really can make a difference.
Yes,
COVID.
there are studies showing a big connection between vitamin D deficiency and the severity of how how severely COVID affects you.
Yeah. And so I personally think that vitamin D3 is like something everybody needs, and ours is
Mhm.
really good. It has the K2 in it, which they say that K2 helps the calcium to get into your bones instead of your arteries. And it also helps your body better absorb and utilize the D3. And then this one also has three different kinds of calcium. I think is it three or four, Bev? Do you remember? You're muted.
I've had customers coming and going. It might even be more. I started to listen to Dr. Brian's talk and it was excellent, but there's a lot to absorb. I'll send that to Angelica
Okay, yeah. So
and Karen.
it has
Mhm.
like, yeah, I think at least three forms of calcium and three forms
Yeah.
of magnesium. And Dr. Nancy Bryant helped to formulate this product. And she knows a lot about like
Yeah.
osteoporosis. So this is not just for vitamin D3, but it's also for bone health.
Mhm.
Um, you know,
Yeah.
did you listen to it, Beth?
I got about halfway done. So
Okay. Did she mention in there anything about osteoporosis or bone health?
she talks about the bones and what you said about, getting, she talked about the marrow, the importance of the bones. And yeah, she's just so knowledgeable. She said, I'm sorry, this is kind of sciencey, but she said, I've got to do this.
Yeah. Yeah. So I
Well,
think this is a really good product. And you take two of these and it's 2000 IU. So what were you going to say, Angelica?
well, I was just gonna say it's, just taking calcium isn't gonna do it because the body needs to have the ability to push it into the bone
Yeah.
and through vitamin D and K2,
Yeah.
boron also, which is in there too.
Yeah. Mhm. So I think that I'm real happy with this product. Now, these three new products were also, we worked with, have you heard of the Linus Pauling Institute?
Yes, yes.
They worked with the Linus Pauling Institute, and I guess our doctors, you know, like Dr. Nancy Bryan, I know had her hand pretty much in this one.
Mhm.
So, yeah.
Yeah,
So,
it looks like a good product.
yeah. So those are our new things. Now they're taking away, I don't know if you guys saw the email, they're taking away the physique whey protein. It's 30% off right now. I don't know if they're replacing it with something else or not, but
Maybe
that,
they're reformulating
yeah, they
Yeah.
might be.
it,
I'm not
to,
sure, but
yeah, because
yeah, I've heard they're going to come out with some new products too. So maybe they'll have some, you know, a protein drink or something. I don't know.
I was waiting for that, actually. I thought there's too many people that are sensitive to whey and the milk products. That,
yes,
something that they can do. They can do better. They can do better. Yeah.
yeah, I agree.
Yeah. So, okay. Well, that's kind of what I had to share, but any questions you might have, like I said, we're going to be having some different Zooms where you can invite people on, you know, to learn about the products and to hear, you know, just more information. And then, you know, it's a good thing to do if you know people that are interested. Yep. So
Yeah,
thank you so much for joining today. Can I answer anything else? anytime you have a question, feel free to shoot me a question, or if you want to, some people, what they'll do is they'll just say, hey, I have somebody, could you show your PowerPoint to my friend? And they'll get on with their friend, and I'll share, a PowerPoint with whatever information they're interested in learning about. So that's something we can do as well. Did you have something, Karen?
Well, I had a question. I didn't catch everything that you were saying, but it was something about for the customer, the 3-pack Pro Tandems, about a 3-month supply or an order for 3 months or something. I didn't catch what you said, that they get a $10 bonus or $10 off. Can you repeat that a little bit?
Sure. Okay, so like with the Tri-Synergizer, when you buy the Tri-Synergizer, you're saving money. I think it's about $25. If you were to buy the 3 bottles individually, you'd be paying more. So the Tri-Synergizer Pro Tandem, you want to buy it, you can get it in packets or bottles. The packets are $2 more than the bottles. So it's just kind of whatever, works for you. But then they also have a 3-pack of just the Pro Tandem NRF2. Well, you can't just order 3 bottles. You have to look for the 3-pack and order the 3-pack. And when you do, you save money on it. I think it's about $25 that you save, which is pretty substantial. And then on your subscription, if you go in onto your website and you can click on where it says subscription, it's going to give you options. So for your order, you can have some things come every month. You can have some things come just a one-time order. Say you are out of shampoo or conditioner or something, the hair care, you can order that as a one-time. You can, and then, but you have a regular subscription order. But with that 3-pack say if somebody just is a customer and the only product they're using is the Pro Tandem NRF2, that's it. They can order the 3-pack and then they can set their subscription. It gives you a choice: monthly, every other month, or every 3 months. So they can set it for every 3 months if that's the only product they're using. And they will save probably about $10 a bottle. So it just makes it a little more affordable. I'm doing whatever I can to help people save money these days,
Mhm.
Julie, the subscription volume for people and the one-time order, that all counts as volume for the consultant,
For the
right? It's not separated out. Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely. It's just convenient for ordering.
Mhm, mhm.
Julie, I'm so sorry. I'm gonna have to go.
That's okay. We've been on here a
But
long
thi-
time.
But this was helpful.
Yeah.
I have seen the new fee schedule, but I haven't really paid attention to it. And I'm like, one day I'll sit down and try to understand it. So that was helpful.
Yeah.
That was helpful.
Yeah.
Still need to go back and just sit down and study it, but I appreciate that. So this was good. This was good.
It's great to see you. Thanks for
Thank you all so much.
Good to see you, Angelica. Thanks, Thanks,
Oh,
Julie.
bye.
Great to see you, Karen.
Okay, good seeing you all too.
And I'll
Very
send you some links and the invitation to that that Facebook group that has a lot of teaching on collagen. And when you're in the group, you can always do a search collagen and things will come up for it.
Now,
Okay,
which
yes,
group are you
please send
talking
that.
about?
Mhm.
Which group are you talking about?
The evolution of health or something, that one. That's
Okay.
a really good group. Yeah. All right. Well, I know Angelica has to leave.
Join us today. Reach out anytime I can help.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Bye-bye. God bless.
Bye.